Hello. So right off the bat, I just want to make it clear, like, I'm not going to talk about J.K. Rowling as a person. I feel like if you know what's going on, you already have your takes on that. I don't think anything I'm going to say is going to, like, alter anybody's perspective of her, like, on either side. I'm just here to talk about the fiction. So first thing, Black Snape, obviously, is the biggest thing. Like, and I don't really care about colorblind casting because like especially when it's a reboot and like the thing already exists like pretty well cast. Not that this is bad casting because the actor is a good actor. Like I've seen him and stuff. He's really good and I think he would play a Snape-like character really well. My issue mostly is just the racist undertones that certain other characters will have. I don't know why I'm trying not to spoil because if you're here, you probably are familiar with the story. But if you're not, there are some characters who are mean to him. That's all I'll say. And if they're not cast as also being POC, it maybe a little yikes. That's my biggest thing with Black Snape that's happening. Also, I doodled these are more like younger versions because I suck at drawing like grown ass men. But I wanted to do like some hair concepts if he is black. And I heard that he might be being recast, which would suck. And like some people are so mean about it. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have auditioned in the first place. Like this, like, don't be sad for him if he gets recast. But like, I don't think being a different color than the role you're auditioning for is necessarily like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, there are cases where like if that character is like a POC and a white person is auditioning for them, it might not make sense. But like when it's just like a white character whose race doesn't really have anything to do with the story, except like I mean the bullying thing might make it a little weird. But you know, I don't think the actor has necessarily done anything wrong by auditioning for that role. I think that's just like out there to say. But yeah, I would like, as far as like the costumes and stuff go, I would like him to still have long hair, and I kind of doodled some like takes on like if Snape black, then what long hair look like? Because yeah, there's so many like cool black hairstyles you can do. The first one I did was just like keeping the same silhouette as like original Snape, like just a short quotation marks because it's like still long, but you know, short like shoulder length, but like in like dreads or braids, sort of. So it's like it's still got like that straight shape, but it's not. And then the second one was just like loose curls, just like nothing really going on there. And then the third one is like more. There's kind of a style going on, and it's like some braids in there, but not all braids. I don't know. I feel like that's more of like a maybe a serious kind of hairstyle because he has more like messy hair. Not that like I don't know, just kind of disheveled, maybe. Because I don't think it's like necessarily messy, it's just kind of chaotic, I feel like. But yeah. So that's all my thoughts on Snape for now. And okay, back to the costume things. Okay. I'm just wondering like how you're gonna market this thing when the original like set design and the costumes and everything are so iconic already and like that's what Hogwarts looks like even in all the merch. I recently got like this little dollar store like Lego book with a little Lego in it, and it's like still like the movie designs are in that book. And it's like when this thing comes out, is the merch gonna change? Is like, or are they gonna keep the exact same set design and all the uniforms the same? Because I feel like that's would be worse. I feel like I would want something new. Especially when it comes to the uniforms because they're pretty inconsistent throughout the movies. I really loved just the original like first couple movies. If Chris Columbus had directed all the movies, like I understand that for personal reasons, like he probably didn't want to do that because there's so many. But and I do think Prisoner of Azkaban is like technically the most like well-made movie I feel like in the series. Even though the vibes are so different, I feel like now that all the books are out and like we have like it's a show and it may be more consistent than the movies, that maybe is a good thing. But yeah, I'm just like, how are they gonna do all of that? And okay, now that I do mention that, like, the other characters that would affect Snape's whole thing with like the possible racist undertones or whatever, those characters haven't been cast yet, so maybe like once they are cast, they could hire some POC actors to play those characters because it would be cool. And because it would make everything a little less racist. And yeah, it'd be cool. And I'm curious about the other teachers because I think Snape, McGonagall, Dumbledore, and Quirrell have been cast, and I think that's it so far, as far as teachers go. But I'm excited to see more. The teachers are always my favorite characters, especially all the Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers. They're all like so interesting to me. I just want to like. Ah. Actually, okay, let's go back to Quirrell because I have some things to say about him. Okay, so there is so much, like, not so much, but in the books he gets a little more, like, a slight bit of backstory, and even that is, like, very minimal. And so I went doing my little fandom nerd researching, like, hey, what's this guy's deal? And there's actually a ton of, like, backstory that I don't know if J.K. Rowling, like, put it in, like, afterwards, or if she was thinking this the whole time, because I never want to, like, take extra notes as gospel, but I do think in this case, like, with everything she's written about this character, it makes sense for him. And I would love to see more of that, because, like, he's so interesting. Like, when I watched the movie as a kid, I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm like, what's this guy's deal? And there's just, like, not much else. And then I was like, oh, wait, I have the internet as an adult now that I'm, like, really back in it. Um, so, yeah, I would really like to see, like, how he comes to be the way that he is. No spoilers, but, yeah, also there is the issue, like, I don't see this brought up a lot, but a couple people have mentioned it, and, like, I've thought about it in the past, like, should he be white in the reboot, you know? It never specifically says what race he is, but, like, since he's wearing a turban, it's, like, a little weird. But I think being a little weird is the point. Like, he's supposed to look a little off. Like, what's his deal? Like, is it just a weird character design choice? Or, like, is there something going on with this guy here? Like, what's happening? So, yeah, I think he's white, the actor they cast. So, I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it does, like, add to you know, like, what's up with this guy? Moving on, Voldemort. I want the original concept. If you know, you know. I'm not going to put it on screen because spoilers, but, I mean, like, yeah. It's scary. I want scary. I love scary shit in kids' movies. Like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with, like, A Series of Unfortunate Events. I didn't get into Harry Potter until I was in high school because my cousin made me watch it. I was, not high school, middle school. Like, I think middle high school, that was the peak of my obsession, but, like, middle school was, like, when I was introduced to it, because I was obsessed with Narnia, and that was all I wanted to do. I'm autistic, by the way. Special interest Narnia at that point. My cousin was like, girl, we have to watch Harry Potter, and I'm like, she dragged me out of her room. We were, like, swimming or something. I was in her room. We were just chilling, and she was like, she dragged me to the basement to watch the movie. Like, we all watched it with my sister and my brother. I think just the one brother. I have two brothers. But anyway, my brother got so jump scared by the screaming book. It was so funny because me and my sister were sitting on opposite sides of him, and we felt him jump. It was so funny. Anyway, so, yeah, and back to the scary stuff. I think that first movie, and also, like, a specific episode of '03 Ninja Turtles, those were my first introductions to, like, body horror, and look at me now. Oh yeah, I guess spoilers now here. I forgot that I put spoilers in the actual drawings. Whoa! Anyway, yeah, there he is. There's our guy. So yeah, I love this concept so much. I just want to, like, I think it would be so cool to have, like, a little action figure like that. I know there are, like, little toys, like, I have the Lego one, and there's, like, that itty bitty plushie, and, like, I think there's a Funko Pop. I don't know if that's, like, a recent thing, but I only did see it recently. It's so silly. I love it so much, and it would be so cool if, like, I know Mattel made that line. I think it was Mattel. They made that line of, like, Harry Potter dolls. I have the McGonagall one. It would be so cool if they made one of him. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like, I usually hate male character dolls, especially, like, when they have, like, sculpted on hair instead of, like, rooted hair that you can actually brush. But this character has no hair, so, like, it's perfect. Okay. It's just such a fun design. It's so spooky. I love it so much. Anyway, so, yeah, that's all my, like, Voldemort thoughts. I think this particular concept, it's not, like, snake-like enough for me. The teeth are kind of not the snakiest, so I kind of drew it, like, more snaky. And, yeah. So this is my first time drawing this character, and I feel like, I don't know, I think these are my first times, like, drawing Harry Potter fan art. I feel like I didn't really draw any, which is crazy. As a kid, like, I didn't, like, when I was really into it, I was drawing at that time. I've always been drawing, but I don't remember ever. The one thing I do remember doing was, like, a book report. I did a book report on the first movie, and I drew little characters on the little sheet I was presenting with, because it wasn't, like, a regular, like, just paper book report. It was, like, a whole, like, poster thing, and we could all do whatever we wanted, basically. That was really fun. And I made a little Lego diorama of, like, Hermione setting Snape on fire at the Quidditch thing. Yeah, I was in it. Anyway, so yeah, I've never done this character before, and it's really fun. I want to do another one because I saw a fan art where, like, the Voldemort is kind of not so much coming out of his head as he is, like, kind of... I'll see if I can find it. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like there's less of his head there, and Voldemort's just kind of, like, taking up a lot of it. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I really liked that design too that someone did. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I really hope it's got some scary bits in it because the movie's had some scary bits. Those friggin' mermaids, dude, in the fourth movie, dude, I hate those things. The spiders are bad enough, but like, yeah, at least the spiders are like not super jump scary. I feel like that mermaid was a jump scare, and I hated that. um, so yeah, I love body horror. Give me body horror. um, so yeah, yeah, I was really struggling with the arms here because I suck. First of all, I didn't put like the body like straight on, like straight, like his back is fully to us. It's kind of tilted. And also drawing people from the back is already hard enough, and then like the arms and like the shoulder blades, like where are the shoulder blades? I don't know. And like the collarbone, don't even fucking talk to me about the collarbone because I hate that shit. Yeah, so I just kind of put like um the turban is off. He's kind of like it's draped around him, so it's kind of covering up like the shoulders and stuff. So it's like, I kind of maybe sort of hid that away a little bit strategically. Yay! This is the adult version of like drawing the hands behind the back. I'm also like, as soon as this thing was announced, this HBO reboot, I was like, oh no, because like this whole like the era reboots, sequels, everything. It's tiring. It is. And I was like, the movies are so perfect, and like they are, in a way, but like also if they want to be more accurate to the books, I think that is a good thing. And like I kind of wish they wouldn't do it so soon. I feel like they could have waited like another 10 years maybe, at least. But I mean, if we're getting it, I'm like, okay. Whether I like actually buy it or pirate it, we'll see. Because, stuff. And I also don't subscribe to HBO streaming. So that's a problem if I want to watch this thing. But, yo ho ho, be a pirate or whatever. So, yeah. I also gave him kind of like Tokyo Ghoul eyes. I think that's scarier. And I think in the books, his eyes are described as being red. I don't know if they were red in the first movie. I know in the later ones, he's very like cool color palette, no red in there. But I think in the original, maybe it's just like the lighting was really warm because there was fire, and like it's all got like kind of a brownish, like reddish tint to it. So I don't know if his eyes were red in that original movie, but they should be. And yeah, so I just gave him extra snaky teeth. I don't really know how snakes' fangs work, like if there's just the two of them in the front or if they have other teeth too, but I thought, like, I do like the idea of, like, more teeth, the way that concept art sculpt thing did. I just felt like the teeth weren't shaped enough like snakes, in my opinion, for my tastes of how I would want this character to look. So yeah. I completely forgot I was on the whole book accuracy, like, trail. Okay. And a lot of people, like, completely lost faith, in the whole book accuracy thing when Snape was cast, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't really, aside from the little racism thing, the possibility of racism, that doesn't really affect the plot, right? Like, I feel like when people say book accurate, we want the plot. Well, I mean, the plot is pretty good, just like extra things and like character moments and stuff, because like, as far as the character appearances go, we already have pretty book accurate characters in the movies. I mean, they are a little old, but other than that, I'm just thinking, like, story-wise, I want Hermione and Ron. I just learned that, like, the directors really liked Hermione, and so they gave her more moments. I don't know if that was a specific director or, like, most of them or all of them. I don't know. But they gave Ron a lot of, like, the comedy and Hermione a lot of, like, the useful stuff, but Ron has a lot of good moments in the books, too. And there's also the whole thing about Durmstrang and Beauxbatons being, like, not mixed schools in the movie, but like in the books they are mixed. Like boys and girls can go to either school. It's very much like stereotypical gender roles in the movie, which was not the case for the book. So I hope that's also changed. There's a ton. I haven't read the books in years. I don't even own any of them. I don't think. My mom might have a copy of the first one somewhere. I would like to own. I've been looking through thrift stores for the first one because, like, I just love it. But alas, it's not there. So yeah, I just really want the vibes also. Okay. The first two movies, Chris Columbus, he did so perfectly. Like, first of all, like, he found most of, like, those original cast members, like, actors. I mean, I don't know if he did or, like, specifically or, like, his... Because I know there's a casting director who's, like, specifically, that's their job. So, I mean, I would imagine that does have to be approved by the director. So yeah, like huge like kudos to him for doing all of that because that's crazy and like just establishing what the world looks like, even though it does kind of like deviate a bit from that original vibe in later movies. Like he did that. So yeah, I just like I love what he did with the world building and stuff. And there was originally supposed to be like those hourglasses with the house points in with like little gems. I love that. It's so cool. And I saw like a behind the scenes thing where it kind of showed a glimpse of that, and I was like, yes, it looks so pretty. I love it so much. So yes, that I think is about all I have to say about Harry Potter right now. I know it's a rough subject, but yeah, I'm just thinking like just purely as far as the story and the writing goes, it's so interesting to me that they're doing this right now. Like, it hasn't been that long. But also, it has been that long since the first one. But, like, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not a huge, like, parks person. I am going to Universal in, like, a couple weeks with my sister because she booked this trip. I didn't even know the Harry Potter world was there because we're going to California. I only thought it was in Orlando. And I don't think there's, like, the complete whole world there. There's just, like, I feel like I have heard that there's just like a smaller section with like some rides and like some shops, but it's not like maybe not as big as Orlando. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never been to either so far, so like I don't know. But as soon as like it's like a perfect coincidence kind of because I just got back into this after because I was the first thing that got me back into it because I was just curious about casting announcements and stuff because I am so obsessed with when remakes happen, even if it's bad, I love to see how different actors play the same character. Like Carrie, for example, the original movie, perfect. The 2002 made for TV, like it's not good, but it's made for TV. It's fine, and the actors I really like. Oh, Lord, what's her name? Oh, I'm so bad. She was in May. I love her, and she played Carrie in the 2002 one. I don't know her name right now. No, and then in the other like 2013 remake, I love Julianne Moore as Margaret. I'm sorry, I love her. I'm like the movie not very good, especially for like a big budget movie. Like it does not hold up compared to the original, but it's still a fun watch, and I love Julianne Moore as Margaret. Okay, and the musical. Don't even get me started on the musical because a musical can be anything. You know, anybody can play those characters like on stage. Like there's not just one solid cast that is like the cast of that thing. It's like, you know, there was like the original Broadway cast. I don't think it was on Broadway. It was on Broadway in the 80s, but then it got shut down after like a week because it sucked, and then they rebooted it in 2012, and it was very good. I haven't seen any version like live or anything. I just have like the cast album, and I've watched like YouTube videos of like school productions of the 2012 one, which I love. It's so good. Anyway, all that to say, actors, fun. I like seeing casting and stuff. So yeah, that's what really got me into it. And then I heard like locally here there's like a bar that does like trivia things every week, and every month there's like a themed one, and the end of this month is Harry Potter themed, which I'm surprised they're doing. I mean, I don't know like how controversial it is here in this area. I don't know. It's not a big city, so I can't really gauge how much like merch there is, and like I don't know. I also don't talk to people, so um and then what's the other thing? Oh yeah, we're going on that trip, and I was like, oh, there is Harry Potter stuff here. Like, whoa, I'm deep in it. um, so yeah, and then also my birthday's coming up, and I want to make some of my friends watch it before the trivia night because some of them haven't seen it. You know, I'm a Christian. I wasn't banned from watching it, but I just never felt the need to until my cousin dragged me into it because I had friends who weren't allowed to watch it. So I did have a friend who watched it, and I remember playing Legos with her, and it was really fun. I do remember liking the Harry Potter Legos back in the 2000s. But yeah, so yeah, some of my current friends are also Christians and they haven't watched it. I don't know if they were explicitly banned or if they just never like had the interest. And we're all adults now, so like if they wanted to, they could. And like if they don't want to, that's cool. I'm just like that. But it'll be fun. I'm excited. Yeah, I am I'm hopeful so far. I like the casting. Everyone looks good. At the point I'm recording this, I think the latest casting was Vernon and Petunia. So yeah. Um, yeah, I like the casting so far. That's like my main thing that I'm really into, that like really got me back in, and now I'm like all in my nostalgia about it. Okay, actually I have one fan cast. I would love to see Nicholas Hoult as Lockhart in the second season. I'm pretty sure he's British. I've seen him in Nosferatu, Renfield, and The Menu. In The Menu, he was American. accenting. I think. I think he is just such a jerk in that movie, but he's so funny. I also thought he might make a good Quirrell because he's got like that pathetic kind of energy in Nosferatu and Renfield. But then I saw like I was reading a bunch of like Harry Potter like parallels to other literature and stuff, and someone made a comparison with Quirrell and Voldemort with Renfield and like Dracula, and I'm like, we are on the same wavelength. But no, him as Lockhart would be so funny. I would be obsessed with that. I actually haven't read Dracula. I own it, but I've never read it. Maybe I should do that because, yeah. Anyway, so that's my one single fan cast because I don't really know a lot of British actors. But I don't know actors in general, man. A lot of the nostalgia actually comes from like the internet stuff, like Potter Puppet Pals and like Star Kid and stuff. Oh, that's the whole reason we're going to California in the first place was to see the guy who didn't like musicals. Like it's coming full circle. I almost forgot that because I'm so focused on the Universal thing now. Because my sister was all like, "We're going to see the guy who didn't like musicals. What else do we want to do?" And like she's like, "There's Universal," and I'm like, "Okay." Like I'm more Disney right now, but that changed. I'm not more Disney right now. I am full in Harry Potter mode right now. So, yeah, Star Kid. Woo! Shout out to those guys. Not that they need it from me, but yeah. If you haven't seen a Harry Potter musical, please go watch it. You are missing out. Same with Potter Puppet Pals. They're so cute. Yes, that's about it from me. I have yapped for so long. Who's your favorite character? If you're not watching it at all, like if you're completely rating it off, that's cool. Respect it. I'm personally not a huge merch person, so I'm not faced with like a huge moral dilemma about giving my money. Um, except for like buying stuff secondhand. Like I said, the Legos. I found some of them online. They're so cute. So yeah, peace out.